bet you guys can't guess where I'm headed. Actually, I bet you can. It's 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning, which means, as you guys just saw, I finished up training my clients, 3 of them. Well, 1 client, and then he has 2 buddies who tag along in his workouts, and he pays for them to tag along with him, which is cool. I mean, I think it's always a little bit more enjoyable to train in a group if you can, and especially, you know, from a coach perspective, I prefer to coach people in groups most of the time if I can. However, like I mean, from the business side of things, you know, it's much more difficult in the area that I live in to fill a lot of small group spaces. So kind of, you know, think of small group as more of your higher volume, lower margin training service, and the margin you make up by spreading it across, you know, 2 or 3 clients. But the volume is difficult to get that many people for your service. Whereas the one-on-one personal training tends to be a little bit easier to sustain because it's a higher margin service. You don't need as much volume in terms of the amount of clients you need to handle at one time. But yeah, that's their situation. It's going well. This will be, I think this is the end of week 4. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's into week 4. So I'll be writing new programs for them starting to start next week. That'll be good. So far, I'm sticking today to my intermittent fasting strategy, which I did Monday. Didn't do it yesterday because of the damn free lunch, which the free lunch completely screwed up my, well, I mean, not the free lunch, it was my choices during the free lunch screwed up my macros for the day. It wasn't terrible. I think I ended up at like 2,400 calories, which, I mean, it's quite a bit over my 1,800 calorie goal, but considering like what maintenance is for somebody my weight and body fat and activity level, it's actually a pretty significant deficit. But today I'm sticking to the intermittent fasting protocol. There's nothing special about it. Like I want to make that clear. Like I don't believe there's anything inherently really special about intermittent fasting that causes you to lose fat or lose weight faster or better or more effective or more efficient. It's just another strategy to allow you to get in a calorie restricted state, and then by adjusting your macro ratios, can you try to optimize for, you know, body fat loss and muscle mass retention. The trick is the intermittent fasting basically restricts your feeding window, right? So most people, or the theory should be, is that by restricting that feeding window, we're going to limit the amount of food we can take in that amount of time, which is going to which is going to hopefully help us eat less, right? But at the same time as eating less, we're going to feel fuller because our eating window is so compressed, and we're going to intake like 800 calories within, you know, an 8-hour period. So we're going to feel pretty full. That could be 2 big, you know, 900 calorie meals, you know, less than, you know, 2 to 4 hours, probably 4 hours apart, maybe less. So I don't think there's anything special about it. It's a strategy that I think fits for me. It fits for kind of my personality, my lifestyle, my kind of eating schedule, my work schedule, all that stuff. It works well with it. So it's kind of one of my go-tos especially when I get to a very restricted calorie state, which for 1,800 calories is pretty restricted. It's probably excessively so. Is that it's excessive to what I would do for any coaching client, because most of my coaching clients are not in that big of a hurry. Well, I mean, they're in a hurry, but I'm gonna help talk to them and manage their expectations and try to help them understand that we should try to lose this weight over the course of 6 months instead of 3, or, you know, 9 months instead of 6, or 12 months instead of 9, based on how much weight they have to lose. I'm getting more aggressive with my calorie restriction because I'm doing this series, The Cut. I'm putting it on YouTube. I'm making content out of it. So I want to try to be able to show some kind of results, and show results that prove, you know, if you're adherent and you execute on the plan, and you can be as aggressive or non-aggressive as you want, the results will come. It's just a matter of working the process and trusting the process and being diligent and showing up every day and working at it, and that's the point. So yeah. Well, that's the end of that rant. I'm gonna head off to work now. I'll probably pick up with you guys afterwards. Training won't happen today until probably later this evening. We have my family's taking my father out to dinner for his birthday, and then after that we'll probably go home and I'll train then. So yeah, we'll see where I don't know where we're gonna end up eating, but should have plenty of calories to buffer it, and hopefully make some better choices as far as food selection. So I eat a little bit lower fat, a little bit more protein, and a little more carb than I did at lunch yesterday, and that way I'm not so in such a bind later on in the day like I was yesterday. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you a little later on today. Good afternoon, peoples. It is 4:21 p.m. getting ready to leave work. Like I said, I'm not going to be training or working out probably till later this evening. It is my dad's birthday, so me, my wife, and my brother are all going out to dinner with him at El Vaquero, which is a Mexican restaurant where I live. I'm probably going to do fajitas. All I've had today was my protein shake, my intermittent fasting approach. I executed on it today. Waited till about 2 o'clock to eat, so now I'll kind of consume my food between 2 and probably 10 o'clock up until about the time I go to bed, which is right around about there. And then yeah, so it's back in bicep day, so I'm excited to train, but I just have to put it off a little longer than I normally would. So you know what, guys? It's like something I do on if you guys follow me on social media, something I do like throughout the day is continually remind people to drink water. And like if you're watching this video, you should drink water. Like, it sounds so redundant and it's said so many times, but people don't understand how much ROI comes from that behavior. Like, you get a lot out of it. Just increasing your water consumption it just makes everything easier. So drink more water. Don't laugh at it, because it is important. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say for right now. Don't know why that came to mind, but thought it was important to say. I'll see you guys after dinner. It's a little cow. It's unlocked. He takes it out of his own mouth.
Yeah, but then he can't get it back in. Okay, I'm pretty sure he just put it in his own mouth.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, it was close enough to him to where he probably just sucked it in. But he was not letting me put it in his mouth, and now it's in his mouth.
Those 3 letters after your name, it opens some doors that aren't open to you. Yep. Hey guys, so finished up at dinner. As you guys saw, I had some fajitas, just like I told you I was gonna do. I did have some tortilla chips. I probably had about 3 ounces. That's overestimating. Probably realistically, it was more like 1.5, but I double it. Just because it's better to overestimate than underestimate, especially when you're trying to cut. If I had been really on point, I guess I would have taken a food scale, but I don't know, it's just not worth it that much to me. then I had shrimp, chicken, and steak fajitas. So I'll basically log like 2 ounces of each of those meats for that meal, which I mean I'm estimating, but I mean I know what an ounce or 2 of dead animal flesh looks like, so it's a pretty accurate estimate. Which is kind of like, that's oxymoronic, but you get what I mean. Yeah, so I did that. There were some peppers and sauteed onions, that kind of thing. Had that, had a little bit of rice, which, you know, I'll track it all and overestimate if I need to, and be as accurate as I can. What else? Oh, so now I'm home. I'm gonna work out back and biceps. Last day of the, well, tomorrow should be the last day of the split, which should be legs. However, I'm not really certain if I'm gonna do that workout or skip it. I'm having a lot of soreness. I think it's from this last weekend's jiu-jitsu seminar. Just a lot of, in jiu-jitsu, you have to do a lot of adduction, squeezing together with your knees while you're in a position of hip flexion and or external internal rotation. And that can be pretty demanding on your adductors. And I'm not really sure if it's like soreness, like serious DOMS in my groin area, or if it's like an actual strain. It's more so my right one, but hopefully it feels a lot better overnight and I can do my leg workout and everything. But if it feels as tender as it does today, I probably will skip leg day. But of course I will let you guys know that in tomorrow's episode. Yeah, otherwise back in bicep. I'm getting ready to have some amino energy and creatine. My wife just gave Calabath, helped with that a little bit. And now I'm getting ready to work out. And then I like to watch some YouTube while I work out. So I'm watching the new Daily V. So if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, you know what that is. If you don't, highly recommend his work. I actually just wrote a blog post on Freeborn training systems this week. Published it yesterday, kind of stealing one of his analogies and applying it to fitness, which is like, I don't know, you can do that with a lot of things. But yeah, good article, check it out. It's called, if you just Google Freeborn and then Google probably religion versus tactics, it'll come up on Google, or go to freeborntrainingsystems.com, click on journal, and it'll probably be the third, or I don't know. It depends on when this video gets posted, but and how much I've written since this video has been posted and or made or recorded. But it'll be there, so you can check it out there. But yeah, I'm working out now. I'll see you guys afterwards. I am gonna eat something afterwards, so I'll let you guys know what that ends up being. Oh, also today is progress photo day. However, as I did last week, I'm just gonna skip it. I'm just gonna skip it. It's not that I think that I've had a lack of progress. I haven't made a lot of progress. I'm not under the same conditions I was when I took my photos 2 weeks ago, so I just don't know if it's a real accurate representation, so I'm just going to skip that. I'm going to weigh myself, do body fat measurements, all that good stuff. I'm just not going to put the photos up or review that, so we'll try to do that next week, which should be week 10. But tomorrow will be start of week 9, so that's a good thing. Yeah. All right. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, last clip of the day. It is 11:01 p.m. I'm watching The Office. Everybody else is sleeping. Just finished up making some shareable testimonial stuff for Freeborn training systems. And I also just finished eating kind of my last meal, if you can call it that, which was some peanut butter, some crackers, protein bar, and some Greek yogurt. So that'll be it for the day. Thanks for watching. See you next episode.